Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Clara. I am an undergrad student in astronomy here in Brazil, and today I'm presenting my project called Closer to the Sky, Co-Creating Astronomical Knowledge in a Favela of Rio de Janeiro. So the presentation is going to be divided in 5 parts. The first one is introduction, then we go to the goals, the methodology, the timeline, and the references of this project. So to begin with our introduction, we'll have to answer the question, what is a favela? And then once you understand this concept, we will understand why is the project so important. Here are two images of a favela here in Rio. This is actually the favela that we work on the project. It's called PPG, and PPG stands for Pavão-Pavãozinho Cantagalo. That is a large complex here in Rio de Janeiro. This is just one of 1,000 favelas that we have here in Rio, and these places, it has a lot of problem with violence, mostly with the police violence, and some problem with illegal stuff going on as well. And I think one image can tell you more than 1,000 words could, so that's why I put the image of the place that we are working. But I also like the definition of the words, and when I Google it, the translation of the word favela, it translates to shanty town or slum, but we will continue using the word favela in this presentation. It's important also to tell you about the origin of the favelas here in Brazil. It is directly connected to the Brazilian colonialist past and slavery history, and this results in a racial segregation that is a huge problem in Brazil. Another important data you can see here is taken from the CNN Brazil. It says that around 8% of the entire Brazilian population lives in favelas, and it is almost 17.1 million people living there. And our project now it's working with the kids of a specific favela. We can now start talking about the goals of our project. We are aiming to use astronomy as a tool for mainly three things. The first one is increasing children's curiosity and interest in science, also learning English, and also using astronomy as a tool for nonviolence and decolonial education. And then we can go to the methodology that we are using. We are in practice using two methodologies. The first one is called active methodology, and in Portuguese it is metodologia ativa. That is basically the mindset that children can think and decide by themselves. So in practice in our classes, the kids, they are free to decide how they want to participate, how they want to do the activity, and if they want to do it or not. So for us, it's easier because since we are not on a traditional class or a school, we are actually working on a library. These kids are free to do other things if they want to do other things. They can go read a book, they can go play another thing with other kids, but we are there if they want to participate. And most of the times they really want to participate and they really like the activities. And the second part of our methodology is the pedagogy de favelas, or favelas pedagogy. And it is a perspective of an emancipatory and decolonization bias, and critically centered on the cultural identity, historical, and epistemological construction of our favela communities. And our reference is mainly Marcelo Aruca. And then we can go to the timeline of our project. So the first edition, it took place in 2020, 2021. It was during the pandemic. And because of that, the classes were online and they happened weekly. They had the support of high school in London. And as a result, the project was mentioned on the study of Dr. Petra of Barcelona. And then we can talk about the project today. To understand the project today, you have to understand the three main participation and collaboration of this project. The first one is Ninho das Águias, the second one is PPG Astro Club, and the third and last one is Astroneta. So Ninho das Águias is actually the heart of this project because it's where we are taking our classes. It is a social cause operated inside a specific territory of PPG. It is called Vietnam, and they are working there since 2011. And they give free classes for children in the region, and one of them is our classes. In our classes, we combine art and science because we believe this is a way of making the academic world more accessible to the public. We not only use painting with the kids, but we also do theater and some music with them. And here you can see Claudio that works on the PPG Astro Club singing with the kids in the final class of last year. Here are some of the activities that these kids did. And here we can see that they are really free to draw whatever their mind think it is interesting, and they are really free to decide how they are going to do it. To the future of our project, we are starting a collaboration with Astro Tribe. That is a project of the Astronera. In this project, they do astronomy as a way of financial support for children in social vulnerability in India. So, in the future of the project, we want to combine these two kids together so they can talk about the sky and the difference between the northern and the southern hemisphere skies. Here are the references used on this work and also our email. This is my email and this is the one of the PPG Astro Club. And thank you all for listening. And I would also like to thank Charlie for these images that he took of the kids on the last year class that we had on. So thank you all.